You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
All right, Trufants. I've learned this about you guys. Every Halloween, you guys do it right. You guys go all the way out.
Yes,
I respect that.
we are festive as fuck.
Halloween is kind of our jam. Parties or everything, costumes. We kind of
We like to. It's where you can be really creative and do something crazy and not look crazy for doing it. So yes.
Right. So Jess, what are you supposed to be? I can't see the full thing, obviously. But.
I'm just something scary. I don't know what it is. My kids said I'm a skeleton. I'm like an evil skeleton. I was supposed to, set it off with a red wig and big whiteout contacts. But the way my crochet weave is set up.
That's fair.
And the way the contacts were set up where they were literally this big. Well, I didn't have white ones, so I tried to do blackout. And I don't know if anybody's ever worn the full blackout contacts, but please send me a how-to on how to get those bitches in your eyes. Because they were bigger than my eye. So I was like, this doesn't add up. So I put the red ones in. So I'm just scary.
And Marcus, are you supposed to be LeVar Burton in Star Trek?
Geordi LaForge, for those Trekkies out there.
Did you look that up?
No. I know him as Geordi. The LaForge part, I kind of added that. I learned that.
I was like, who
recently,
is, you know his last name?
LeVar Burton, Butterflies in the Sky. I can go twice as high. But today, I'm a Trekkie. So I'm getting my Trek on Star Trek.
I have a question, Marcus. Why you do LeVar like that? Because his hair wasn't nappy like that.
I thought he had like a mini natural, so this is as close as I could get.
It was kind of wasn't it like not a
kind of like a Martin Luther King,
I don't even know what to call
a Martin
his
Luther
cut.
King. It wasn't brushed, it wasn't combed, it was just kind of in between.
MLK.
Right.
He had a natural. Like a really, it was a more kempt natural.
You seen Coming to America, so kind of like Eddie Murphy when he went into the barbershop, like that short natural.
Let me introduce you to Uncle such and such.
But I feel like I always kind of come off as looking like Ike Turner, wig and the beard, kind of that.
You're still Ike Turner, huh? Yeah, see, look. Dylan pulled it up. That is...
Yeah, a little natural. I could have
cut that for you.
I think it works.
I
mean, we know who you are. You got the Cyclops glasses on, and I mean, how can you...
My shirt's a medium, too.
How can you mistake him? I know when he put it on, I thought I heard a couple rips and pops. But he got it on.
I just appreciate the fact of you guys getting dressed up, because there's folks like myself that just won't take the effort to do it. I just won't.
I thought you might be dressed this year, too, Kay. I came down, I was like, man, I'm praying and I'm hoping. And I talked to Dylan, and Dylan was upset because his costume didn't come in time. So I appreciate the effort, Dylan.
Oh, your costume? I was wondering.
I know where your heart's at, man.
I've always been dressed up since I was little. I have a picture in my phone, but of course you guys can't see it. Did I take a picture? I was Dylan. Rainbow Bright. I have always been dressed up.
That's funny.
Fully makeup from a young age.
Yeah, I've been dressed up as a kid. Not so much of the makeup and stuff, but we always had costumes, went trick-or-treating and everything. It was always a thing.
Yeah. And I'm really into like makeup, and makeup is like, it's more than makeup. When people are like, oh, she just trying to be somebody else. No, makeup is a fucking art, people. And this is art on my face. So I like when Halloween comes around, so I can do this kind of stuff, because I can't just walk around like this on a regular day. Or I can, but yeah.
Do your thing, sister.
I don't want to scare the children.
Your thing.
I like scaring the children. I used to do this thing at my mom's house before I moved down here to Vegas, where I have that devil mask. And so what I do is my mom's neighborhood is a very big trick-or-treating neighborhood in Mount Baker. And I would replace all the porch lights and put red lights up. Very, very basic. And I'd have music playing. I'd usually have some like really dark, like Marilyn Manson playing or something like that.
Yeah,
just very low.
Very basic,
And
yeah.
I
The beautiful people.
very
Basic
simple and raw.
demonic.
Yeah, and so what I would do is I would turn all the lights off in the house, and like my family would be there at the house. They'd be like in the back, doing whatever, and I'd have the bowl of candy, and with my tattoos and stuff, like I'd wear a shirt like this or whatever, and I'd look through the shade on the big front door, and I had these black gloves on. And so they'd look and they'd be like, I don't think anyone's here. And so I just let my face just sit there. They'd turn and look. I'd close it, go to another part, lower, do it again, then open the door, and I just like reach my hand out and I just stick my face out. And I've put kids in tears just running off the porch. Their parents are cracking up. They're like, stop crying, go get your candy. You know that ain't
Pissing
real.
their pants, all types of stuff.
Shitting
right?
their pants.
Yeah.
Oh
We
man,
had that at one party, right?
I love scaring little young souls. I think it is so damn funny.
Marcus showed me on Instagram a clip of a teacher that did she get fired?
She got in trouble. Yeah.
She got in trouble, and there's all these little preschool kids, had to be 2, 3, and she has a mask on, and she's walking up to them and going, ah! And the kids are like, ah! Like crying, and it's on camera. What are you doing, you fucking idiot? Like scaring these kids to death, these babies.
They got a kick out of it. But adults
so that's you, Kel.
Nah, I don't go that. I know my audience. Like when I see the little babies come up, like I'll chill out. But like it's more of like the bigger kids. Like when it's like for me it's like 7 and up, 6 and up, you're fair game. Anything underneath that, like nah. I'm not trying to like traumatize this child.
Well, you could have dressed up. You could have.
Yeah. I'm scary enough just being myself, damn it.
Going against the grain, Kel. I like it.
That you are.
Oh, thanks, Jess. So I wanted to ask you guys also, whatever, that's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that to the chin. So ever since Sleepgate, that's what I'm calling it now, Sleepgate, you guys have been able, I assume, to like get past that, right? Or it's been discussed.
No, we have not gotten past it, Kel. I am still upset at him, and he's still mad at me.
We were good on that show. No, Kel.
I'm kidding, Kel.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And that's the thing about us and our relationship. We have things, and we
know how to resolve conflicts. That's
tiffs,
that's the
riffs,
difference.
I guess, or whatever you want to call it. We have a day and a half max, maybe
there was a day
a couple
and
days.
a half.
I don't know. No, I'm saying max. I'm talking about
like max 2 days, and it's because I carry that shit out. But no, we know how to manage conflicts, and that is why we're still together.
Right. I don't like a bunch of silence in the house and everybody kind of, so I like to kind of come back around and force conversations and all that kind of stuff. I'm that guy. Let's talk about it. Let's fix it. Let's get over it. And
you weren't that day though.
Oh no, not that day, but
it was that deep. That's something that I realized touches his core. Like it. Wow, that was soul snatching apparently. So,
but we was good though. We was able to get past it and communication, talk through it, put each other in, or we
a headlock?
No, got in each other's shoes, right? Just try to go through what the other person is going through and kind of go through that was my kind of mindset. So I was able to come down,
have empathy.
Yeah, but it worked out, man. It worked itself out.
So the reason why I asked that is because let's say when you guys have conflicts, which some of these things, like, obviously you guys aren't the only relationship that's dealt with someone falling asleep. That probably happens all the time. I
hope. Well, not I hope, but
right. I know so.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, like we're all parents and adults.
You
with shit
can't
to
be
do.
an anomaly here. Like
Right,
just-
exactly. That's
And
exactly
like I said, it's
it.
not a movie or a soap opera.
Right.
If
No,
this
that's
is real
exactly
life.
Right.
So what I was leading into saying is, do you guys ever talk about these like things with like your friends? So what I mean by that is like, not like as in a group setting or anything, but like, do you guys like share notes with your friends? So like, for instance, like if you're ever like, hey, if you ever run into this issue, this is how we got through it. Just, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you should try this if you ever, you know, run into this issue. Because I saw this thing on Instagram, this account, and it was Michael Jai White and this other brother, and they were speaking at this this talk about relationships and marriage. And they were saying how married couples and married friends should start sharing like marriage notes, essentially, of like, if you run into this, this is how you deal with it. You know, and this is how we dealt with it, and it worked for us. Maybe you should try that. So I've never asked you guys that, but do you guys ever find yourselves doing that?
I mean, we have a little bit before, but when we get together as couples, it is literally segregated, and it is guys and girls. We're not really talking about things together. When we get together, it's more to just have fun and drink and do stuff like that. But I remember, like, with some groups, I can't see your eyes. I cannot read this dude.
Perfect. Star
I'm done. I'm looking at him in his eyes. I'm like, where are we on the same?
Yeah.
You're not nodding. He's literally like this. That's pretty much what I'm seeing right now. But we are open to talking like that. Definitely open to discussing those issues, and we have in certain situations, but not like that. But I agree, Kel. I think that should be talked about more, because I think it normalizes things and makes it not like, because people be fucking fronting half the time, like, oh, I be having sex 5 days a week and I would never go to sleep, blah, 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 blah. But when you really keep it real and break it down
to the raw material,
right? It's
no
really,
pun intended.
It's really not like that. And it's just like talking about sex in general. It's helpful to talk about these things and realize that it is normal, and to come up with some type of, like I said, conflict resolution.
I think our group is pretty mature as couples. A couples retreat is what we call ourselves. We travel together, hang out together. We've been on vacations. We've done a bunch of stuff together. So talking about different things as they come up, we could be playing some type of a crazy board game or something like that, and things come up. So it's not like it's okay, let's schedule this meeting at this time and let's have this conversation.
Let's just discuss it. It happens organically.
It kind of come up organically, and we do discuss things. I think it's it comes up in fun and it's funny, but it comes up naturally, and we talk about things.
It's like a debate almost, right?
Yeah,
but
I think we do. And then it's men against women, though, and that's kind of what it turns into. And you guys kind of band together. We got to defend ourselves and all that kind of stuff, and that's how it works. But it's good dialogue, though. It's good fun, good clean fun.
Oop, is it clean? But I think it should happen more.
I agree.
I think that everybody likes to keep their, we've been taught really to keep our private lives, and something like that. You keep it private. You don't talk about that kind of stuff. You don't discuss that with your friends. You keep that shit in. But
everybody's going through a lot of the same stuff, though. So that's what
I'm saying.
Shouldn't be the thing.
When we talk about it more, then it's like, I can relate. I get it. Thank you. I appreciate that tip. And then us, we're not alone. I'm not the only one that's fallen asleep mid
stroke.
So yeah, there's things like that.
Do you guys think that people don't I guess share these kind of things because of the fear of judgment? And and I know the privacy part of like, well, we just keep our business to us and we deal with it. But I think moreover, it's about being judged, and you don't want your peers to judge you, and I think that's why a lot of people don't speak on it. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I agree, and I think that is why people keep their shit private. And the whole privacy thing is a big thing because you don't want to be judged. And also, a lot of people don't, because, you know, that could expose some, I don't know, vulnerabilities and all that kind of stuff. People don't want that shit.
You got to be comfortable in your relationship first. I think that's really what it is. And you don't want to be judged, just like you guys said, but put out these type of vibes. Okay, this is what's going on. And I'm not the status quo, right? Or what you think a relationship should be, or what you think a man or woman should be in this relationship. So expectations from just what we were talking about earlier, popular culture, social media, and all that kind of stuff puts these standards on relationships, looks, sex, all that kind of stuff. But you got to peel back those layers, and you got to get real, and you got to get down to reality.
Shit. People fall asleep sometimes. It happens. And if you have a problem with it, I don't know. I guess that's just your issue, but it happened and we got through it, and I don't know. It's
it just don't have to be falling asleep. It could be anything. It could be anything. Okay. Right. We having sex one time a month, right? And that's not what we want. And how do we fix that? They don't want to share that, but
I might be judging that slightly.
You should talk about that because people can give you some help. And that doesn't mean that you're in a bad marriage or whatever, but maybe you just need to work on some things. And it's on both sides. And that's what I have grown into, is that that I'm not perfect, right? And maybe there's some things I could do differently. And that goes for both sides of the relationship. Men and women, let's work together to get to this place of
oneness,
peace, oneness,
tranquility, and
loins meeting at on a regular basis.
Choice.
Loins, is that a bad choice? I got that from the fruit of my loins, and then I figured like
I think his wig is a little too lopsided, tight.
Too perfect.
Do you guys think also that like there are those people too where like they're not even built to have those kind of conversations? Because I feel like on the flip side of the coin, there's like constructive criticism can help a lot, but some people just like you said, Marcus, they're not comfortable enough in their relationship that they can't handle that.
Yeah.
I think it takes practice too. It's not natural for all couples. It's something.
And every couple doesn't have to be like that. But I know there's probably more couples that want to be like that than not.
There's some couples that don't even pass gas in front of each other when they've been married for I don't know how many years,
so
right?
Weird to me.
Or they've been together for it's definitely what?
It's just the way they're built though. And we can't judge that either, but it's like
I think it's strange.
A comfortability thing. And once you practice farting in front of your partner.
Like, how do you hold that shit in? How do you hold it in? You implode. Easier. Like, what do you do?
It becomes normal.
What do you do? Like, every time you have to, like, go run outside or go, like, take a moment to yourself and then...
Even going number 2 in front of your partner is okay. And then keeping the door open and having a conversation and...
That's what I don't do.
Talking and wanting
I don't do that.
A partner to sit there with you.
There's a difference between
I can
farting
appreciate
and literally
that type of conversation. I'm trying to
excrement.
Trying to bring Jess over to the dark side. It's okay. Everybody goes number 2, right?
All right.
Ain't nobody shamed about that.
I don't know if everybody goes number 2. I'm not sure. Why are we talking about number 2?
I really don't know. But
he did it.
There are people though, yeah, like I feel that sometimes overshare when it comes to their relationship.
True.
Also,
Very
with
true.
their problems and issues.
Is that us?
And you,
No,
and you
I don't think so.
Well, no, because like I'm talking about people that you eventually like watch a divorce play out, like you're watching a movie on.
Yeah.
Overshare to the point of
You're like, oh, we see it coming.
putting someone down, though, or you're stepping on somebody. Oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't do this in the bedroom in front of friends and all this kind of stuff. That's not cool. It's ways to work through certain things, you know what I'm saying, and not put somebody down or make somebody feel shitty in front of friends.
Well, you can do that and not overshare, but there are people that sorry.
That's true, but you got to be comfortable in your relationship.
But there are people that overshare.
Yeah.
We know. We don't have oversharers in our group, right? But we know people outside of our group that are oversharers that almost make you feel uncomfortable with the oversharing, because it's like, how do I process this? What do I even say to this? So there is a fine line, and I think you have to know your audience, know your friends, be comfortable in your relationship, know when to cut it, and
because I feel like there's people that like don't know how to do it or go about it without putting like their significant other just on complete blast. And it's like now, like we all, because it's like the whole room now knows you put this motherfucker on blast. Now everyone else is uncomfortable, you know, but they don't know any other way of how to get it out with it without being like, well, this is what you're doing. Right. You know, this is what they're doing. And just.
And it's men and women. I was about to fix my mouth to say that it's usually women that are doing the putting down, but it's men and women that could overshare and cross that boundary, and your partner gives you that look, and you know that it's going down after everybody leaves, and you're going to have to hear about it. But you just got to work through that.
You gotta know your partner, and you gotta. It's when you get the eye. Well, you're not.
Or the kick under the table.
Right,
the eye or the kick under the table to know. Okay, I need to dial it back a little bit. Right.
I be looking at Marcus like.
I get comfortable sometimes. That's
Shut up.
True. I can get on a roll, but I'm comfortable with our friend group. I've been knowing my guys since elementary school, right? And their ladies are great, and we vibe together. So it's just like, man, it's a good time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, actually, you said that you didn't want to say it's mostly women that do that, but it is, because one thing about women is that women know exactly what to say.
Oh yeah,
like
we do,
to bring you to one knee, man, and have you,
Guys can try to say some cold shit, but a woman has this magical power.
I was going to say it's our superpower.
The superpower. They know the one little thing to say that might not even seem like anything else to anyone else. They'd be like, well, she just said that's not a big deal. But like to you, it's like, she know, fuck her. She knew exactly what to say. Like they have that power.
Good. We need some type of power, because I feel like you guys get all of the breaks. Let us have that power to cut deep. I like that superpower. Give me that power.
You can have it if you feel like you need it. Cool.
No, we just have it. It's not needed. It's like innate. We have that power. Some women don't know how to tap into it, but I have.
You said
I have mastered
that you
the
need
art.
something, so obviously y'all need that.
You guys get everything else.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you want it, take it. But just be prepared every blue moon for the cuts to potentially be thrown back at you. And that's what you guys can't handle. Y'all cut deep on a regular.
Okay.
And then when we do cut back, it's like, oh my God, the earth has exploded. But that's relationships, though. Yeah. Sometimes that's marriage, though, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of do this dance and you hold stuff in, which is not good. So the communication factor has to come in. But yeah, okay, we take these body blows.
You sound like you're abused in your relationship.
And then we come back.
Take these body blows.
I come back with
punches.
the haymaker. Then it's like, oh, wah, 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 wah.
That's true though, because women will just like.
Why
just
is
take
everybody
all
nodding their? See, I don't have time for this shit. Everybody in here can't be nodding their head like, yeah.
Thanks, Dylan.
Dylan is nodding his head too. Yep, he's like,
well, because women will throw these daggers. They'll be like, bam, dagger,
That's
dagger,
all we got.
dagger,
That's
dagger,
all we
dagger,
got.
dagger.
Yeah.
And you got all these holes in you,
Ring,
right?
ring,
And you're
ring.
bleeding from all these wounds. And you're like, oh my God. But then the man, you just sit up with your Mossberg 500 shotgun and you just kapow. You hit her back with just the big one, and it's like,
I'm so surprised. I've never.
I can't believe
Clutches
you brought
pearls.
it up. I trusted you with that. I can't believe you threw that back in my face.
oh, that must be some women, but nope. I'm going to bring out my bazooka and I am going to just blow a hole through you, the person behind you. I'm going to blow a hole through the entire house.
In all fairness, though, we've talked about this on a regular basis about there's a way to argue. Fight fair is what I call it, right? Let's be upset. Cool. Everybody gets upset. Every relationships, you have these things, but let's still fight fair. We are married. We know each other. We love each other, allegedly. So let's fight fair and let's not go for the kill, right?
What is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
And you see somebody there.
Haven't we
yeah,
been over this fight fair shit?
and you see somebody there and you could finish
You
them.
said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So how are you gonna fight fair?
That's in the world, though, and that's me and you against everybody else in the world. If we ain't cheating, if we ain't towing the line of being,
Wait a minute. If I ain't fighting dirty,
of being dirty, of being on the line of being in line with Beelzebub, then we ain't doing it right. But us together, we can't fight against each other. Like if you see me, I'm on the edge like that, and you got your hand out, kind of like the Lion King, and you gonna let me fall or you gonna pull me up? Don't just kill me. And you know you could kill me, but just be like, all right, I'm gonna let you live
touch
because
you like Mufasa and let you fall all the way.
But that's not the way to go. For married couples out there that are listening, fight fair.
Oh no, like Scar.
Right. Fight, but fight fair. Don't go for the jugular. Don't hit the low blows. Because some of that stuff is hard to come back from. You never forget. I'm the type, I never forget. I log everything. Captain's log, to be exact.
Oh my God.
But I log everything. I don't forget it. But if you move forward, but let's be careful how we talk to each other. Words have power.
Okay, so everything I've ever said is backlogged.
Yes, it
Elephant
is.
never forgets.
It is, yes.
He never forgets.
Never.
So all of that stuff is just festering and he's waiting.
Captain's log.
Everybody,
yes.
please listen to this episode and keep this in mind just in case I go missing one day.
Damn
He
it.
has definitely been holding all of the shots
Can't take this shit
I
no
have
more.
fired.
Yeah.
Wait, so is there such thing as fighting fair in a relationship? Are there like unwritten rules
No.
that you have to fight fair in a relationship?
Kel, really? Do you think there's such a thing as fighting fair?
I think so. I think
Like,
there has to
really?
be. I think being upset is one thing, but having love in the background is always there. You could say stuff, but you still need to be conscious of what you're saying. You don't want to just go for the jugular because sometimes you can't come back from stuff you say.
I've
Words
come back
hurt.
every time.
Words hurt.
I've come back every single time. But it's love.
Just you be ready just to drag a fool, yeah?
No. Well, you know what, Kel, in my new journey in life,
Your path of enlightenment.
my path of enlightenment, my daughter is calling me. Why? anyways, I am trying to get better at that. And I realize it is my own trauma, my own stuff that makes me want to come for his neck because it's not necessary. And I'm working on it. I can't see your freaking eyes.
That's cool. I'm in character, so.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I'm working on it to not be that person, and I accept responsibility for being that person who is quick to cut deep because that's all I feel like that's what I had to do. So I don't need to cut deep with him. Yes, I don't need to cut deep with him, and I'm working on it. Okay?
That's good.
Fair.
Thank you.
Well, this was a great Halloween episode. You guys look great. We have a skeleton, I believe, and
I don't know.
we have Jordy with his grown-out perm. And
we got to put the picture up.
great.
You got to send me that picture, Dylan, and I'll let everybody know that Jordy
when you think about it, Jordy
natural...
probably shouldn't have been fully lined up like that just every Star Trek episode.
Why not?
Who was lining him up? Who was lining him up?
That's facts.
They did stop at many a planet, so there's all types of skill sets out there in the universe. So
Were they using scissors
it
or
don't
clippers?
matter. Or were they just using mental telepathy and just
Telepathy?
be like, yeah, is that a thing? Did I say that right? Or was that?
Maybe they could line you up that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah. Jordy that was that Andis that he got tapped with in the straight edge. Truly Unruly, Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Of course, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Catch the visual on YouTube. Just search Marcus Trufant or Truly Unruly and follow these guys on Instagram, Jessica_Trufant and Marcus_Trufant, and the page Truly Unruly _podcast, all on IG, and catch us every Sunday on Converge. I think that's it, y'all.
That's it, sir.
Right. Till next
Happy
time.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Peace and love.
Okay.